Hello everyone, and greetings to my TAYliens that are already subscribed to the channel. Welcome, 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 welcome back, and be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified whenever I pull up with new content just like this, and so that you too can be a TAYlien and you get your own exclusive content at the end of certain pick a card readings. All right, so as you can tell from the title of this video, this is a super exciting collaboration with Kino, aka Carrie. All right, so if you don't know about Kino, I'm going to definitely link her. She's in the title as well as in the description box and all those good places that you can find her. If you have not heard of her already, where have you been? Okay, Kino, I think I mentioned this before when I collabed with her, that she was definitely a significant gateway into the tarot realm, and I think that that's a great way to start off and to be introduced into tarot. I love her perspectives, and I love the way that she authentically expresses herself through her channel, so please check her out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into our pick a card. You've already seen the 4 options, the 4 choices. I will be sure to put them on the screen again. Feel free to pause the screen if needed so that you can make your selections. Take your time, feel your way through, and do what you got to do. Because we're going to find out what needs to be unveiled, what needs to be revealed, what do you need to see about yourself. Okay, this collab is all about unveiling and revealing, so get ready to be renewed, restored, refreshed, and regenerated to start on whatever it is that you need to get started on, because you know the motivation is the message here. Okay, the motivation is the message. That's the memo. Motivation. Leave love in the comment section down below. Let me know how you feel about this collab, how you feel about your group, and if it resonates. As you can see, we already have 4 groups. Let's go ahead and get started. No long talking. I'm Tarot with Tay. Welcome to the Tay gang, the TAYlien crew. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget. Don't forget. And I'll see you in your groups. Group number 1 that resonates with this Angel Aura Quartz Tower. Let's find out, what is it about you that needs to be revealed to you in this reading? I will place your crystal over here, and we are going to go ahead and get started. Group number 1. What needs to be revealed to group number 1 about group number 1? I'm being brought to air and water. It's formulating a mist. I'm being brought to pastel colors. Pink, blue, yellow, green. I almost feel like I'm in a nursery for children or for a specific child. What needs to be revealed to you at this time? We have Cancerian energy. What needs to be revealed to group number 1 about group number 1? We have fire. Cancerian energy with fire energy. This immediately makes me think of the cardinal aspect of the sign Cancer. Yes, it's a water sign, but it's also got that fiery passion to it. And to confirm that, we have Mars at the bottom of the deck to confirm even more fiery passion and action-oriented energy. You could have a significant date or anniversary or birthday in April, February, or March. The number 23 could be of significance to you as well. We have the Hanged Man. There seems to be something that is being contemplated just beneath the surface. And I'm getting that the answer is coming right up. And I feel as though I'm like in a fast food line. We have the Magician. Yeah, that fast food concept. Just making it appear. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, just making it appear. Okay, so we've been talking about action orientation, and now we're talking about just making things appear. This is definitely about a manifestation. I'm getting something significant. I'm hearing separation of church and state. What needs to be revealed to group number 1 at this time? For some of you, whatever your living situation is, if you've been there for 12 to 24 months plus, or you have this much time left, this is definitely a call to take affirmative action. I feel like there's some sort of dissatisfaction with the living situation for those that it resonates with. And you are definitely being called to take a risk, take a chance to really break outside of whatever box you feel like you're in. We have standstill. Let's get one more from this deck. We have the Hanged Man, standstill, and we've been talking about action. Are there certain actions that you know you should be taking? We have new beginnings at the bottom of the deck. And the second card that came out is flexibility. So there seems to be something stiff or stagnant, unchanging, unwavering in your life. This could be you. This could be a relationship. This could be the place in which you're living, because we were talking about that. This could be your family dynamic. This could be your social life. You have the power to change this, though. That's the most important thing coming through right now. We have prosperity begins. And at the bottom of the deck, we have financial and material changes. This is equivalent to the Five of Pentacles, as we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So what's wanting to be revealed to you about you right now is that you are seeking external equivalents to your internal morals or beliefs, or dreams or desires or visions. But there seems to be some sort of stagnancy, and where there is stagnancy is where you are being called to be more flexible, to free your mind that much further beyond your control. This is a time to really break outside of the box here, to plant seeds in places and spaces in ways that you never have before. There's something here about someone wanting to create a storefront, expanding from an online store. Take that step. It would require movements, motions, and seeds to be planted that you have never, ever addressed before. This takes research. This takes planning. What is ready to be revealed to you at this time? A more formal sense of structure. reliability and stability that stems from you directly. When things happen unexpectedly, you want to be ready and prepared. You want to have something to fall back on. So this could be talking about starting a family or starting a business and having employees that are reliable, loving, dedicated just as much as you are to them and the business itself. This could be you wanting to explore deeper depths of the relationships that you currently have in order to deepen the ties and the connections and see how much further they can go. You're wanting to experience life deeper and less on the surface. I feel as though there was some sort of fear that kept you on the surface or kept you at a standstill or kept you hung up or kept you in a certain place with certain people. But now it's time to make a breakaway. I wanted to say make a breakaway statement. So there's a lot about structure, a lot about writing things down, a lot about making lists and sticking to them and like disciplining yourself. So what's ready to be revealed to you at this time is a desire to plan a more structured service or relationship or device in your life. There's something that you are desiring more structure within, and it's time to take flight into this. I feel as though you're wanting to baby step into it, but there is still going to be a significant sort of shakeup, if you will. Even with that baby step, it's going to require different actions or different efforts or different energies or different aspects of you. So it's going to still feel different. So flexibility will still be your best friend in this situation, in this scenario. I'm seeing a lot about trees, though. The trees are really standing out to me, and this Cancerian energy just makes me think of family. So this all stems back to your roots, your subconscious, the aspects of you that are naturally there. There's something about you wanting to maximize something that's in your blood, in your heritage, in your lineage, or something that just comes naturally to you. You're wanting to expand this, and that's why you're wanting to deepen these experiences with yourself and people that you are around in your day-to-day life. This is just you wanting more from life, and so you are required to give more where you expect more. But where you are expected to give more, in order to get more, you have to hold yourself back in that hanged man or standstill position to know what your next move is, what your next motion is. I feel as though you've been in this hanged man standstill position, just kind of loading. And in this loading time, a lot of progress was still made. But now, again, I talked about it in the beginning, that we want to see physical representations of our internal growth. And so now it's time to kind of like cut yourself down from this hangman position, take yourself out of the standstill position and take that first step forward. And that first step, you're going to be stretching into it with that flexibility here. You're going to be feeling your way through it. But there is a significant start, a significant seed being planted that you are definitely standing firm in and letting it blossom and grow as it does, free from judgment. And for some reason, I'm hearing free from inheritance, like as if no one can take it from you. Like this is yours on your own, or no one gave it to you. Take it as it resonates. Let's see what more is ready to be revealed to you. Final closing messages on what more is ready to be revealed to you. We have success. This is coming through as like tasting the success, reaping the rewards, the fruits of the labor. Again, wanting an external representation of the work that has been done internally. You want to see the success that you feel within. And this is coming from a very healthy place because, again, you feel this inside. So now you want to create it externally, bring the vision to life. Bottom of the deck, we have potential here. There's something that's been brewing inside of you, this Hanged Man and Standstill energy. Like I said, you've been loading, energetically speaking, and now you're ready to make solidified plans to move forward. So lists, vision boards, details of what you want, and taking each step day by day is your most prominent motion to make from here. That's why we have that Mars and that fire and Cancerian energy. Now is the time to take action because you now know what is important to you. You now know what you live for, what you work for. And so I feel like there was this soul searching moment where you felt like you wanted to know, what do you do it for? Everyone has motivation. I think you were really looking, seeking, searching for your motivation. And now that you've found it, now that you know what keeps you going despite whatever's trying to stop you, now that you know this, you are feeding all of your love, effort, and energy into that. And that's what's been loading, is the love, efforts, and energy internally of that so that you can figure out how to place it in the world externally. There were feelings brewing within that you've been experiencing and feeling through, and there have been moments that may be considered failures of experiencing these emotions, which you cannot fail when experiencing emotion, but in a sense where maybe you feel an emotion and it has you to act in a way that you are not proud of, but that was your first time experiencing said emotion to that depth, and so you did the best that you could at that time. And so it's been a whole process of you failing and succeeding through emotional experiences and experiences in life in general and how it impacts your emotional state. And now you are applying it externally. Now you've been able to store up all this information and all this energy on who you are through certain experiences. It's like you've been triggered, you've been traumatized, and now you've healed. And so now when you come across these experiences again, it won't knock you off so easily. This is about being successful in knowing the self to a depth that you can now move forward to a deeper depth, to experience life to a deeper depth. I feel like we can only experience life and things as deep as we explore ourselves. You've explored yourself to a depth now that has you wanting to explore life to another depth, to a newer depth. So you're going to be feeling things more. It's only going to get deeper from here. You're just diving really deep into life. And that's what needs to be revealed to you right now, is that you're going to be feeling all the feels, and there's nothing wrong with that depth. There is nothing wrong with your depth, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull some final golden cards here. Let's pull some final golden cards to get closing messages on what needs to be revealed to you. Six of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely coming through as a now I know. And it's something so simple. It's like you went through a lot. I'm getting a 3-year process specifically, but that doesn't have to be the case. It could be anywhere from 1 to 4 years, most precisely. But it's been such a long process to finally now just be like, okay, now I get it. And now you move forward. It's like you had to learn the fundamentals of yourself, the elements that make up you and how you experience life. You had to get to your fundamentals. Yes, exactly. 10 of Pentacles. You had to know why you function. You needed to know how you function. You needed to know your motivations, your pitfalls, your weaknesses, your strengths. Now you know the fundamentals of you, and so now you can maneuver through this life with those fundamentals. It's like all you need are the fundamentals of anything in this life, and you can apply it accordingly where where it feels right, where it feels necessary. You needed the fundamentals of you. You just didn't have time to explore yourself. You finally took the time to explore yourself to this depth, to know the fundamentals of you, to know your bare bones, the bare makings of you, what makes you tick, what makes you smile, what makes you laugh, what makes you angry. Now you probably can answer questions about yourself a lot easier. Like if someone was to conduct an interview about you now versus 2-3 years ago, you can be more confident in your response, in your answer. Someone asks you, what are your hobbies? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? Now you can answer those questions more vibrantly, more honestly, and more in depth because you've gotten to know yourself. And so now your actions are going to reflect this. So you're planting seeds in all the right places. And that is a fact. This is all that I have for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is what needed to be revealed to you about you at this given moment in time. I'm sending you so much love, so much life. Be sure to check out Kino, aka Carrie's channel, for your other revealing message, okay? I'm super excited to participate in this collaboration, and I hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave love in the comment section down below. Let me know how it resonated. I'm going to go ahead and move on into the next group, but I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, group number 2 that resonates with this citrine tower. Citrine tower. Let's find out what needs to be revealed to you about you. I'm being brought to energy that is, do I want to say rough around the edges? You like it a little rough, or you've learned to like a good harsh truth, a good harsh pill to swallow. Like you kind of enjoy the curveballs or the sour notes, the colder days, the rainier days, the grimmer days. You kind of like them. Not to a deep sadistic vibration, not so much that. It's just you're accepting of what is. What needs to be revealed to group number 2 about themselves? You definitely have a head-on energy, like don't beat around the bush, give it to me straight energy about you that's coming through right now. Why is this significant? Why is this significant to my group number 2s? We have Pisces. It's something about juxtaposition, because I was brought to all this air, give it to me straight, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, cutthroat energy, just say it straight. But Pisces is more of like a say it to me straight, give it to me straight so that I can really feel it. There could be an aspect of your life where you are not going hard enough with yourself, or you're not allowing yourself to explore the other side of something or the depths of something. It just seems like you're trying to keep it soft and fluffy and marshmallow like with yourself. Cancer. Bottom of the deck is Mars. It's almost as if you are trying to sell yourself a love and light mentality when you have a hard edge to you. And it's like that part of you that has a hard edge can't take the fluffiness, the unrealistic energy. There's something about your soul needing something to be crisper, clearer, more promising, more structured, more realistic, more disciplined. Because there's an aspect of you that just can't take the because I said so. There's science, there's facts, there's a need for this to be backed up here. It's almost as if you're asking for proof from yourself. I am feeling connections to group number 1, so if you felt guided to check out both, I do second that motion, only if you felt that though. This card did come out in that group as well as the same bottom deck energy, despite me shuffling like cray. High Priestess. We have double Pisces energy. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. I'm hearing plain, vanilla. I'm hearing plain vanilla soup and then dress it up. I'm going to sit with this until it makes sense. See, we have action. Action double out here with that Mars energy that was at the bottom of the deck. Thoughts and feelings have been running a mile a minute because action needs to be taken. It's almost like this buildup of energy that just has nowhere to go because you're not acting on it. We have courage here. It's almost as if you're being called to use that angst, that buildup, that passion, that fire, that hard edge, match it. We have community at the bottom of the deck. It's almost as if you have all these downloads, all these ideas, all these things that you want to achieve, but you just kind of, I'm literally just seeing this messenger of fire, this Knight of Wands running in circles underwater and just creating bubbles that float up to the top, but they don't do anything, but there's so much energy. Hence this action and courage. These ocean images are moving water. Moving water. If we're going to be stirring up emotions, there's something like stirring up emotions for what? In some sort of aspect here, you're being asked, why are you stirring up emotions in a certain way or aspect or realm, when if you apply it in specific areas, it'll be more useful. Or because I feel like it's like making you anxious or worry, or it's just kind of like stabilizing you in a panic. It's paralyzing you. Getting so caught up in the head, so caught up in the moment. Drop some cards way over there. It was partnerships and alliances and hope here. So collaboration could be a great way to get this started, get this going. You may have already started this already. We have the Eight of Wands here. Yep, accelerated motion. This is all about action. Honestly, if you have been experiencing like overwhelming emotions or a lot of energy, angst, or just anger or annoyance, or not knowing where to apply certain energies, you're really being called to apply it in physical ways, like Mars-centered energies. Exercise would be a great way. Physical forms of expression like dance, karate, kickboxing. There's so many things. Fencing. There's so many things. Okay, so don't let me limit you. We have transformation here. Yeah, there's a desire to literally transform the energy that you are experiencing because you just feel like you're doing too much and not enough at the same time. It's time to get out of your head and get that energy out into the world. It's time to apply yourself in a situation. Maybe you're already applying yourself in a situation, but now it's time to go harder. And going harder doesn't mean that you have to like work yourself to the bare bones. It just means taking it to the next level, whatever the next level is to you. There's a way that you can relieve your own stress by simply taking action to accelerate your motion, which will give you more courage along the way. It's like, it's great to write down your ideas and things of that nature, but not if the list just builds and builds and builds and builds. It's like, when are we going to start acting upon these things so that we can take one down, pass it around, you know? There's this need to start acting on these ideas now. We have forgiveness here. I feel like the paralyzing, the Eight of Swords energy that I'm feeling, it's interesting because the Eight of Swords is coming through as this Knight of Wands just running circles underwater and creating like a tube or a vacuum. Yeah, it's like a vacuum. That's exactly what's going on here, like a whirlpool. There's a whirlpool or a vacuum where it just opens and sucks everything in and takes it under. That can all be released and forgiven, because that's what it is just pent up energies that have not been released or forgiven or relinquished or like given to a higher power. That's all it is just built up energies about the past, the present, and the future that have nowhere to go. We are being called to put that energy somewhere through action. Planned, integral action. Bottom of the, oh my gosh, look at that. Bottom of the deck is diligence, motion, movement towards a focused goal. Let's get some final gold cards. Group number 2. What needs to be revealed to group number 2 about group number 2? Six of Swords. This card came out in the same exact spot as the last group. Let's pull another one just to refresh the energy. We have the King of Swords. This was at the bottom of the deck in the last group, so the two groups are definitely connected. This is a way of assuring yourself, because it's like, basically it's like you store up the ideas and you think that they're good enough to write down at least, but then not taking action on it has you questioning it so much, picking it apart so much that you never act on it. This is also a result of perfectionism. The Seven of Cups, yeah, and like picking something apart to where it no longer has value, to where it just appears to be a dream when we need to actualize it. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Love it into reality. And the thing is that like this Queen of Cups is coming through as like a mother figure. You can't decide what your child is going to come out like, but you still have to choose to love that child unconditionally, respect that child unconditionally. You can try to guide that child and mold that child into something that you believe is helpful to whomever. You know, it's all based in standards and morals and all of that. So I'm not going to dive too deep into it, but above all, it's you still love the bare bones of said child, because that's just the quote unquote right thing to do. The natural thing to do is to love this thing, love this child, even if it didn't come out exactly how you wanted. It's still a child that deserves love, affection. There's something that you want to birth, that you want to create. The ideas that you have are worthy of being birthed and created and nurtured and loved into a newer form of itself, or morphed into something completely different. But still, it's the creation that matters the most. There's a need to validate yourself by taking action, and then if it doesn't align with what you desire, molding it, morphing it so that it can be something to be proud of, in a sense. Not to say like you have to mold your child to be proud of it, but it's still about working with the bare bones and doing what you can with it to make the most of it. In this case, it's not coming through as like an actual child. That was just a metaphor that I came up with. But above all, it's about birthing your idea into reality, and if it's not exactly what you want, recreate it until it is. It's a life's work, not to be perfected on the first go. For some of you, you keep writing the same story, either in song or in paintings or pictures. You keep writing the same story over and over and over. Like some of you have like 12 versions of something. Keep creating them. You're doing that for a reason. And then the next step at some point is going to be to put it out there, but take those actions. This will help to bring you peace and to help you feel a sense of accomplishment or achievement, but most importantly, validation from yourself. You can validate so much about yourself just by acting on your ideas and then taking it to the next step with that idea. It's as if you write a draft and then you build the second portion. After the first draft, you have a second draft and then a third draft, and it just gets better and better and better and better until you are so proud of it that you want to show it off to the world. Is the idea that you nurture it into something to be shown off, even if it's morphed into something completely different than what it started as. Give things a chance to grow is a message here. So this is all that I have for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. Sending you so much love, so much life. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you loved the collab as much as I have about this unveiling, this revealing. Okay, be sure to check out Kino, aka Carrie's channel, for her portion of this collab. And I will see you another time. If you select another group, I will see you there. And be sure to subscribe so you can become a TAYlien. I'll see you next time. Bye. Ruby Zoisite Tower. Ruby Zoisite Tower. Excuse me. You've got some depth to you. You've got some sharp edges. Excuse me. And the main thing that came through to me is that you cast some dark shadows. That sounds like an accusatory statement. That sounds like someone who's about to correct your dark shadows, right? No, absolutely not. The first thing I'm noticing here is that this shadow is so pigmented that this could be read as a clock. You could read time, the essence of time, with the sunlight and your depth that contributes to the pigment of your shadows. So something about the concept of time is relevant here. Longevity. Let's see, what is this about? What needs to be revealed? So Venus and Sagittarius just fell into my lap with Earth at the bottom of the deck. And I'm being told to take them. Venus, Sagittarius, again, Earth at the bottom of the deck. So we have Taurus coming through as well. What needs to be revealed to my group number 3s? Something about the rubble. I'm looking down at all these patterns, colors, textures, something about the rubble. Okay, so it's time to pick up some pieces and make art from it. Pieces that you would rather avoid or ignore or not revisit at all. Look at that, the Eight of Cups. The key to revealing this ship that's cast in the shadow is you reflecting on something of your past, potentially your love life. What have you learned about love? Love does not have to be limited to romantic connections. What have you learned about love? What have you learned about yourself in love? Potentially aspects of yourself that you may not be too proud of, or experiences in love that you may not be too proud of. The things that you try to hide, or the bottles that you tried to break and turn into crystals on the floor. There's something about, like, you still have to acknowledge where these shards of glass came from. This is actually a beautiful analogy. We have the moon at the bottom of the deck here. I'm being brought to someone who has literally formulated glasses of every experience in their life. These glasses are different colors, ranging from reds, greens, pinks, oranges, blues, yellows, purples. They've smashed them all up once the chapter is done. Once it's physically said and done, but the feelings are still there, and they take the shards of glass and they've pressed it into a mosaic tile, and it's their floor that they walk on. But although this is beautiful, there's still something about the concept of walking all over the past and trying to pretend that each chapter wasn't as painful as it was. But the pain is in the beauty of the creation of the floors. It's time to acknowledge how beautiful your floors are, that are made of all the shards of the past pains, heartaches, losses, wins, gains, benefits, love. It's all of it, but it's time to really remember the depth of it, the shadows of it. Because I think it may be showing up in your day-to-day life. Even if other people haven't recognized it, you've been noticing it resurfacing. Certain aspects of you that you thought had already disappeared, that you thought you had already conquered. As you grow, the past kind of comes back to haunt you in a sense, doesn't it? But you're meant to find beauty in these hauntings, because although the floors are kind of haunting you, like the shadows are kind of whispering, calling to you about like what these floors are actually made of, looking around, you've built so much beauty around it. And so it's almost as if you're being called to cleanse those shards. And the only way to cleanse them, I'm being shown, is like you're pouring the liquid onto the floor and cleaning it with a sponge one by one, reminiscing on what each shard reminds you of, whether it's a beautiful memory or a dark memory. You're being called to Cleanse the past again, meaning yes, you have to revisit it. Go through some old journals, go through some old clothes, go through that old bin with the papers in it from school. Go through it, live through it again. Let those feelings resurface. It's a part of the process. It cannot break you again. If you've already been through it, it cannot break you again. It's almost as if like you run in, this could even be personified in your life. You run into someone from that darker energy in the past that has contributed to the beauty of who you are. You run into that reminder of the past. How do you respond? For some of you, this is literally like an old person that you run into that reminds you of a dark chapter in your life. Do you let that define them? Do you let that define you? Your response to them is a direct reflection of how you feel about that situation, how much you've healed or have not healed from that situation. I'm being drawn to the roadmap that's ingrained in this image. I think it might even be a global map that's ingrained in the image in the background. Taking risks. Bottom of the deck, we have love. Wow. And we've been talking about love this whole time. The whole time. So this is a bittersweet truth to accept in love. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you hurt, sometimes you feel good. But you have to ask yourself, what is worthy of the risks? What is worthy of the pain, the beauty? And even the beautiful moments stem some shadows themselves because they're remnants of the past. Things that you know that you can't get back. And so there's a nostalgic energy that pops up. So what needs to be revealed to you about you right now is simply the truth of your past and how it's showing up in your present. I was just about to say, so that you can move forward. Positive movement forward. The Eight of Pentacles. Eights could be relevant to you. We have the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Financial and material changes. For some of you, this has a lot to do with maybe you've changed your social status in life. Maybe you have a little bit more than you once did. But something has struck you to remind you of where you came from. And there's almost a shame attached to it. This feeling you're meant to experience so that you can forgive yourself. Unshame yourself, if you will. King of Pentacles. Learn that lesson. Take it in, develop it, grow it. Seven of Cups. This came out in the last group in that same place, so I'm going to pull another one. Eight of Pentacles comes up twice for you. Bottom of the deck, the Nine of Swords. Yeah. This is about pain and pleasure that just kind of pops up like a buoy. You know, like how buoys just float in the middle of the ocean. It's like this one just kind of popped up on you. For a lot of you, this is really representative of some sort of person that you did not expect to see again or something like this, or something you didn't expect to have to face. We have blessings. Bottom of the deck, new beginnings. For a portion of you, this could literally be representing a new beginning in a love connection. If it's not with an old person, it's the same energy in essence of a relationship repeating itself in a new relationship. It's going to sting a little when you see it, because it may be showing you a part of you that has to grow up, or a part of you that you never understood, but now you're accepting of now. Whatever this is, it's a blessing. For some, there's something about like a blessing in disguise here. Maybe you are in a current moment where the bottle that was formulated around this chapter is being smashed, and it's a part that you don't want to look back at again. It's like you're already living in the future, looking back on this current chapter that's closing and being ashamed of it. It's like you just want to bury it away as if it never happened, but it happened, it's here. How can we grow from it? How can we learn from it? And how can we allow it to inspire us to make something more of it when it's on the floors of our dream home that we built from the ground up? When that bottle is smashed and it's molded into the mosaics on the floor or the mosaics in the window. It's a part of the home that you're building. You are building something from the ground up with your bare hands and all that you have supplied to you. Some seasons are more plentiful than others, but you're making use of what you have. But you're building your dream home. So this is encouraging you to also find beauty in that cleansing phase of remembering what the chapter made you feel like as you are cleansing the mosaic glass of the past. Let it feel beautiful. This bird in this imagery here is coming to me as this bird here. It's almost as if you gave this bird permission to take flight into a future prospect, taking a risk here. You make a choice, or you say something, or you start something, or you end something. It was a risk. And you're in this ship just following that risk. You're putting your faith in this bird. You're putting your faith in this risk. The journey is going to come with twists and turns. But you'll learn to be happy that you exist. This is all that I have for my group number 3s. I'm sending you so much love, so much life. Let me know how this reading resonated for you in the comment section down below. Be sure to check out Kino, aka Carrie's half of this collaboration, to see what needs to be revealed to you. This is all that I have for you. Leave love in the comment section down below. Hit the subscribe button so you can become a TAYlien. And I'll see you next time. Bye. I'm not sure. Is this like a rainbow aura rose quartz? I don't know. It's not even rose quartz. I don't know why I said rose quartz, because it's pink, but that's not what I meant to say. Is this a rainbow aura quartz tower? I don't know. Let me know if you know. But here she is in all of her beauty. Take again. And let me know in the comment section down below if you know. But I will place her here. Maybe there. Let's go ahead and expand into your reading to find out what needs to be revealed to my group number 4s. You have the most energy here. So I feel like most of my fire signs are here. You may have an air moon, or heavy air and water placements. We have Capricorn. This is a cardinal sign, so there's that fire that I was picking up. Sagittarius. Leo at the bottom of the deck. There's the fire. I was feeling it. There's that Sagittarius fire and that Leo fire. It definitely was not coming through as Aries fire, because this comes through as a mature fire, a matured vibration, a matured essence. And as I'm speaking of mature, Capricorn, Sagittarius, your status in the world, something is maturing here. For some of you, this is like your actual finances, or for some of you, an anniversary is coming up, like something about like graduation, or your alma mater, or a reunion. There's something like this. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Call. The King of Air. I'm hearing something about waiting on a chess move, okay? And as I was saying that, we have the Seven of Air. He's looking at this little fairy. This little fairy looks like this. This imagery here to me. It's as if in this waiting position of the Seven of Pentacles, you hear word of something. Or you catch sight of something. What is this about? What needs to be revealed about my group number 4s? To my group number 4s, we have leadership. This just made me think of the word magnetism. Word of mouth. More people are going to be talking about you in a positive light, or people are going to be taking note of your leadership skills, abilities, or people are going to be applauding you, congratulating you for who you are as a person, the person that you've grown into, or giving you credit for the things that you taught them. What needs to be revealed to you about you right now is the level of weight that your name holds, or respect that vibrates within your auric field, your presence. We have delight here. How people light up when they see you. Seven of Pentacles comes out twice. Bottom of the deck, third eye chakra. I was about to say something about people can't wait to see you. Oh, like they can't wait to see your progress. So what needs to be revealed to you about you is that people are so intrigued about the growth that you have. It's like incited, the growth that is coming off of you, like literally the limbs of you, if you are a tree, are growing. Your roots are going deeper, your branches are reaching out further, so much so that you may be hearing congratulations or like hearing compliments about the roots that you've nourished, the branches that have literally branched out, your expansion, your growth. What needs to be revealed to you about you is your pull, your power, your essence, your stature. It's the way that these pillars remain in every season. Winter, when it's brick cold outside, versus those spring showers, that summer heat, and those grim falls. But you still withstand the test of time. You need to put some respect on your name. Group number 4. This is what needs to be revealed to you about you right now is respect. You need to have more respect for yourself and recognize the respect that is being reflected to you externally as well. Even if it's not downright people saying, man, I got a lot of respect for you. Look, it's coming in the form of love. The respect that people have for you is showing up in the form of love. The vibration of love. We have potential at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, like this is what I'm saying. People are like, if you've done all this growing just in that time, I can only imagine how far you'll grow, the places you'll go, the people you'll know. We have the Joker here. Clarify this Joker for me. The Queen of Cups. Don't let someone's demeanor fool you. The Four of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Ten of Cups. Don't let someone's demeanor fool you. This could be talking about the demeanor of someone who is not showing how proud they are, and if it's not, it doesn't even have to be like in a serious way. It could be someone who just naturally cannot express their feelings, or like they don't know how to express their feelings, or there's just something here that you're being called to not take personally, or do not let someone's demeanor fool you. Seven, 7, 7 is a number that's standing out because we have the 3 and the 4, the 7 and the 7 of Pentacles. Do not let life itself deceive you. Just don't let anything right now deceive you into thinking that you are not loved, you are not growing, you are not expanding, or you're not doing something right. You're more right than you even know. I'm being guided to get 2 extras. The 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, like don't let the lack of people around you or the lack of something in your foundation, don't let that fool you into thinking that something isn't possible or something isn't close or something isn't achievable. Oh, I accidentally flipped that one over. The 8 of Wands. Yeah, like don't let the fear of some seemingly lack of motion, don't let that hinder your growth, or don't let that fool you, don't let that stop you. There's something here that's growing more than you think behind the scenes. We have the 4 of Pentacles here. Something that's more solid than you think. Any more messages here? I feel like there's something that I'm not picking up on, and it's got something to do with this over here. It's almost as if you're waiting on some stamp of approval or something like this that's not real, or it's like a stamp of validation or approval that you feel that you need, but it's not all that it's cracked up to be. There's more strength in you as an individual more than whatever it is that you're seeking externally from someone else, or excuse me, something like this. And if it's like a love connection, or like love with a platonic person, or a kinship or friendship or family connection, it's like you're waiting on something, but the thing that you're waiting for, whatever, it's already here. Like the power that you're meant to build with, or whatever, it's already here. You're already doing it, is the message is coming through here. What needs to be revealed to you about you is that it's like you're wanting more love out of a situation, or you're wanting more this, you're wanting more that. You've already created more. You've already made more than what there once was. So just imagine how far you'll go. Keep honoring yourself, respecting yourself. It's time to explore your throat chakra again more, because there's more to be said, more to be heard, more to be learned. There's so much more to uncover, and you're already doing it, is the message here. So this is all that I have for my group number 4. Sending you so much love, so much life. If you know what crystal that is, let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to check out Kino, aka Carrie's channel, so that you can find out what needs to be revealed to you at this time. Sending you so much love, so much life. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can become a TAYlien, and I will see you next time. Bye.